Buenos noches, mi amigos. ¿Qué pasó? What's going on, Brent? Happy Friday, buddy. I wanted that to fall on me. That would suck. hmm Going on, Ice Wolf? Salute. Work week was good. We were very busy. A lot of canning. This is one of the cans that didn't make the cut. As you can see, it has no label on it. What's going on, Don? What up, Sean? Hey, Sean, have you managed to make any of the three use any of the three things that I sent you yet by chance? Because I'm curious to see how they're working for you. I was thinking about it today when I was stocking more wood chips. No pressure. I'm, just waiting on you. No pressure, though. I am drinking an unlabeled can of Ghost Lantern. It has ginger, cinnamon, allspice, and ghost pepper in it. Go for it, Brent. Spicy. Oh yeah, man. Ice Wolf, that's the same here. We get to a couple. I mean, a lot of them will go to the sales, like the salespeople to tell them, to like use them as samples. But sometimes, like if there's an issue like underfilled cans, we can't give an underfilled can to the public. And if we're making something that, like, let's say we already have a bunch that fell under, occasionally the owner is really cool and says, take a 4-pack home. So they're usually only like an ounce short, so it's still a good amount of stuff. So that was one. That one obviously label got messed up and it was a little light to begin with. So DC has a drink courtesy of Blackbird Cider tonight. So Comic-Con is on. The tickets have been bought. The hotel has been paid for. Yours truly and Mrs. the Breaker and Big Jimmy are all headed to Comic-Con next month. We are going to be hanging out in the city Friday night. And what's up, Mr. Young? And then Saturday all day we will be at Comic-Con. Now, in addition to being a family thing, honestly, Brent, the best way to do it is to get into breaks. That's why breaks have been so popular. You can spend $30 for a team and hopefully pull the team you want. Now, there are a lot of companies that will let you pick your team. So for you, you'd be able to pick Cleveland, and then you get all the Cleveland cards. So I would recommend getting into breaks. So yeah, the Comic Con is on. It's done. It's a done deal. I had mentioned a couple months ago that I wasn't going to do the national because I had to choose between the national and Comic Con, New York Comic Con. So as I had stated, We got tickets to Comic Con. We are all set. They're paid for. The hotel is paid for. We're gonna drive out. It's about a 6.5 hour drive, but it's through New York in October, so it's not gonna be too bad. Early October. Um, Pretty stoked. This will be James' first con. This will be my second con. I believe it'll be Melissa's first con. But what's up, Panda? Sorry, man, just saw you. Um, it's gonna be a working con for me. Hint, hint. Wink, wink. Nudge, nudge. You know what I mean. Um, let's just say I will be curating and building while I'm there. Mr. Lee Cozy is going to be there as well. I plan on dropping in and just saying hi. I know he's going to be extremely busy. But let's just say I will have a lot of surprises for everybody following the con. I don't want to give anything away, but it's going to be a working con for me. In addition to that, any of you guys like Wolverine by chance? Just a random question that's leading nowhere. Nope. Good. Good, Sean. Then this is not for you. So aside from the finishing touches and actually boxing it up, the Wolverine run for DCD Collects epic boxes were they're unbelievable. Like, I know it's weird for me to hype up my own product. Lee is pretty awesome, isn't he, Brent? He is like one of the coolest cats in the world. The long con. um, we outdid ourselves here, and I want to. I don't want to give away secrets, but this set did not go how I originally planned it to. And I will give credit where credit is due. What's going on, Bourbon? Oh, Bourbon, trust me. I have to give all credit to my partners. I'm telling you. Doug and Trevor and even Lee, and Lee was a big catalyst of this. They thought what I put together was not good enough. And they were right. So they're like, hey, let's do this. Can you make this happen? And I was like, are you sure you want to do this? This is pretty awesome. And they're like, yeah, we got to do that. Let's do that. That's what we're going to do. And I was like, okay, let's do that. Again, I'm not going to give it away. I have secrets like my cryptic Instagram message said, but I'm going to give you some illusions. There is so much more to this Wolverine run that we're doing. This Wolverine run is going to be a one-off. Because this is a one-off, it's brutal. It is going to blow some people away. Lee is going to blow some people away. Some of the there's a couple of redemptions in this one. One of them is bonkers. The other one is just cool. And on top of that, there's more than a dozen surprises, you could say. This is going to when, even if you can't get in on this, you're going to want to watch this video. I'm hoping to have them next week. It might not be that quick. But if everything in serendipity happens, if everything happens the way it should, or can, I could possibly have them as early as the end of next week. It may be early the following week. But when they go on sale, if you're a Wolverine fan, and if you're a Lee Cozy fan, this is for you. If you're a casual Wolverine fan, you may dig this. But if you're definitely, if James Howlett is your guy, this is your set. If Logan is your guy, this is your set. If Wolverine and or Weapon X is your dude, this is your set. If you like the Merc with a mouth and the actor who plays him, then you have a 1 in 25 chance of this being your set. This is so laden with ridiculous awesomeness that it has to be a one-off. There's no possible way we can duplicate what we just did. Not at the price point we have it at. Again, I'm not trying to be a stupid salesman guy, because you guys know that's not me. But I have to warn you guys and gals, you're going to want to get into this one even if you're a casual Wolverine guy. If Wolverine's not your cup of tea, this is not your cup of tea. This is a Wolverine set. It is a claws out, full-on adamantium edition set that is going to just be... I'm stoked to see your guys' reaction. What's going on, Benj? When you see these individuals, boxes being opened and what's inside, and then if you step back and look at everything, if you collect everything you see in the video and then take a moment and step back and look at it as its whole, it's unbelievable that all of this stuff was put into one set. It's nuts. Benj, that's what we're talking about. It's so much bigger than I intended it to be. They gave me a nudge and said, this is a one-off. Let's do this differently. Fudge. It's pretty wild. Again, I'm not going to give you the full Monty, but it is wild how it turned out. It was, again, it wasn't what I had originally planned. They nudged me to make this bigger. And boy, did it get woo, yeah, let's just say it's going to be a good time. I think there's going to be a lot of stoked people. Yeah, let's just leave it at that. It's going to be nuts. Lee, if you remember, Lee went above and beyond in the Series 2 Star Wars edition. Lee went just as nuts in a few cases here that are going to pretty much leave you guys going, wow. It's going to be exciting. So hopefully end of next week. If not, at the beginning of the following week. If it's the beginning of the following week, then it'll probably be a Thursday, Friday like it was last time, where I just happened to get them and number them. But this is going to be a one-off. This is something that I don't think it's possible for us to duplicate. It's going to have a Ryan Reynolds auto. That's like $800 by itself. Go look them up. I'm not exaggerating. Because I looked them up to see, hey, what if we wanted to do this again? It's not feasible for us to do this again. Ryan Reynolds autograph is about $800, between $7 and $8. Hugh Jackman's autograph is anywhere between $6 and $8. There is also Liev Schreiber. Not a huge cost for his autograph, but great actor. He's in there. Um, Taylor Kitsch, bit kitschy, but he's in there. There's a Will I Am Spectre auto. Those go for about $75 a pop. That was actually the Chase auto. That was an incentive auto. They go for about 75. Will I Am also from the Black Eyed Peas for those who are audiophiles. So he's in there. So I mean, between him, Reynolds, and Jackman, 3 out of the 25 boxes automatically have A-list autographs. And the trick was making the other 22 as exciting. And with some nudging from Trevor and nudging from Doug and let's just say a heavy dose of awesome from Lee, this turned into a beast of a set. It's gonna be pretty wild. You don't have to take my word for it. You're gonna see it soon. I recommend even if you're a casual fan, just get at least one. I do not see a single box in here that is going to make anybody angry. I see every single one of these boxes something going, yeah, I want that. So just wait. You'll see. Lee did some of them online. There are a gang of them that he did not show. I have seen all of them because I put the run together. And I even had to ask, is this right? I was like, is this right? Yeah, Brent, that would be like a $5,000 surprise if that was the case. But yeah, this is going to be pretty intense. I am going to have a working Comic-Con in New York. So if you know what that means, and then I will not put it between the lines, I'll say it outright. I'm going to be making some acquisitions. I'm going to be curating a little collection while I get there. And it's not for myself. I mean, I'm not supposed to say anything, so I'm not going to say anything. But if I was to say something that I'm not supposed to say, then what I would say would probably be a Comic-Con exclusive run of cards that were sketched and acquired at New York Comic Con live in person by me, myself, and I. And maybe even Mel will pick a couple out. So, I mean, that's if I was to say what I wouldn't be allowed to say, that's what I would say, is that you can keep your eyes peeled for a surprise NYCC short print run. That is going to feature new artists, hopefully up and coming fresh artists as well. I will be using the old eyeball for talent and bringing you guys and gals some artists from Artist Row from NYCC. And if you know anything about Comic-Cons, there's 2 of them that really don't mess around. San Diego and New York City. So there is going to be some great people there. Chris Claremont's going to be there, so I may see if I can get an auto. I have a couple of Claremont old school comics that he helped write. See if I can get an auto as well. But let's just say, this is one that you're going to want to be a part of if you're a Marvel fan or specifically a Wolverine fan. In addition, some of these sketches have guest appearances by other Marvel characters that you're going to recognize, and that only make them that much more valuable because Lee is an insane, crazy monster who everything he touches turns to awesome. That's enough of that. Yeah, I'm stoked. I'm pretty excited. I'm trying to temper myself because it's going to get out of hand pretty quickly. But as soon as I know that they're on the site, y'all will know that they're on the site and you'll be able to grab them. I don't know if we're going to impose a limit. I'm not sure. Usually we try to do a limit of 3. Um I would assume it's going to be 3, but we'll see. So yeah. Oh, Don, Don, I'm beat today. I had a very long day. I didn't leave work till 6:30. I didn't get home till just after 7 p.m. Eastern. And then I cooked. And then I realized, oh, it's Friday. I have to do a show. I'm exhausted. Otherwise, I'd probably be jumping around. This is also my second can of cider, so um, I'm a bit mellow. But the set is crazy. I wish I could share the photos, but they said don't do it. And I'm not going to. Because Doug said don't show anybody. And when Doug says that, I'm going to listen to Doug. But he's like, these are going to be a surprise. Um, he also said don't tell him about the other surprise. Don't tell him about the surprise. So I can't tell you about the other surprise. But this video, whether you're in this break or not, this video is one you're going to want to watch. I don't, whether it's live or recorded. When we finally do the break, you are going to want to see this. It's going to be like, how did they do that? Then you're going to do the math. You're going to add up everything in your head, and then you're going to look at the cost, and then you're going to look at what do we charge for a box. It's $150 like always, and you're going to be like, there's no way that just worked out. And you're right. There's no way it worked out that way. But this is a one-off. This is a one-off, and this is, man, let's just say this is an appreciation run too. You saw the first Star Wars, and then you saw how we improved on it with the second run. Um, think about that, and now think about how crazy we're gonna get with a one-off run. That's what we just did. It's crazy. It's a one-off. We're not gonna be able to do it again. It's not fiscally possible, let alone fiscally responsible to do it again. So this is a must see. Used a vacation day. Don, what's a vacation day? I did a spicy chicken adobo casserole. But the casserole was basically mac and cheese. So basically I seasoned some chicken, got it just shy of browned, baked it into some Cracker Barrel mac and cheese with some additional Mexican cheese on top, sprinkled some breadcrumbs on it, and according to Mel, it was effing delicious. James even ate some, and James doesn't like to eat anything. Mel went for seconds, and she never does that. I do. I go for thirds. I go for whatever's left over. I let everybody eat first, and then it's like, all right, does everybody get what they want? Because I'm eating everything else. That's me. It was not cooked in a clay pot. It was in a casserole dish, a glass one. Between work in the studio, putting in that work. But tomorrow I work from noon to 5. I'll be out in Barker, slanging cider. Um, and then when I get back, when I get home, I'll start doing the questions for Fugs, because of course I haven't started them yet, because I'm a busy beaver. Sunday is going to be family. It also coincides with football. And then Monday is my day off. That's I take Jim to school, and then I either take naps or play video games all day, and then pick up James from school. So Monday is DC the Breaker unwind day, and then Tuesday through Saturday we go through it again. Though next week, if I hear that the boxes are being sent, and I know I'm going to receive them, I'm going to be pretty giddy waiting for those to arrive. I will be checking. What's up, chef? I will be checking the tracking like every 12 hours to see how close it is, because I'm that stoked. Um, I might steal them if you buy them and you don't receive them. It's because I stole them. Um, Sorry, it was lost in the mail. I mean, it's not in my collection in my PC. It's blame the USPS. They did it. Don's like, I also spent 10 hours last Saturday cutting down trees so I could pay for a Wolverine box. Hey man, $15 is a good going rate, so not too shabby. As long as you're the one with a saw and not the one who has to drag the limbs, you're good. If you have to climb the tree, cut the limbs, and then shimmy down, that's the rough part. But if you're just cutting it and letting them clear the limbs when it lands, then it's all right. Not that I have experience in either or both, but you want to be the guy on the ground with the axe. He has a better day. Oh, chef, that's what we've been talking about, buddy. Maybe at the earliest end of next week, likely beginning of the following week, they are done. They are glorious, and they are unrepeatable. We will never be able to do it again. I'm telling you. There you go. Nice. I don't get paid a ton of money, but I do get paid in smiles when people taste the cider, and I get tipped really well from the patrons who taste the cider and go, "Boy, you really know what you're doing." I'm like, "Well, I didn't do anything. I'm just telling you how great it is." And they give me money for that. Um, but yeah, if you notice, I keep looking off camera. I keep going for my phone, and I want to go for my phone to show you guys, and I can't do it. I'm not supposed to. Chef, there was about 10 out of the 10 that you really liked. Is that what you're saying? I cannot wait till you find out. I'm telling you. After I opened the 11th box, because I will try to open all of them the day that I can get them. I will notify everybody to tune in, and I'll try to get them. If not, it's usually within 48 hours that all of them get opened. But when we get to box 11, some of you people are going to go, "What's going on here?" Off on Mondays. Yeah, man. Absolutely. So, Don, he goes to school at 9:10. I am usually out of the carousel by 9:25. Oh, he sketched your box. That's dope, dude. I love it. So, for those who didn't know, Indian Fan 68 was at the Stockton Con, and he got to meet Lee Cozy himself. And he was just attesting earlier that Lee is a fantastic, wonderful human being, and it's actually all true. I spent 4 days with Lee, and we became friends. I don't have many friends. I don't count a ton of people amongst my friends. Don is one of them. And Don will tell you, I don't even get to talk to him very often. I'm busy. Lee, I definitely also count amongst my friends. And it only took 3 days. The guy is that amazing. And I don't trust anybody. And I like even less people than I trust. And great guy. Great guy. As is Don. Or Doan, as you guys know him. You guys have no idea, believe me. But this upcoming Comic Con, I'll enjoy myself, but I am going to be working. I told Mel, Mrs. the Breaker, I said, I know this is our family thing. Friday is going to be unadulterated adulting. We're going to take James everywhere in the city. We're going to do a lot of the family stuff. And I said, even like for the con, we're going to, do stuff together. But there's going to be a stretch where you're going to have to hang out, see the sights inside the con, which ain't going to be difficult. There's a lot to see. But Daddy's going to be busy. DC's going to have to put on the DC hat and start talking. What's going on, Doug? Doug says, "Hey kids, fun fact: Doug is actually only 26 years old. He uses his uncle's photo in his profile to seem older. Oh, Lee's art is amazing. That's why Mrs. the Breaker wanted to have get a box. She was just hoping to be one of the 10 people to get one of his sketches, and luckily it turned out that way. Don't worry, Doug. I did not spill any secrets whatsoever. Except for that there may be a Comic-Con product coming out in the future. But nothing else. Other than the Wolverine is a one-off and going to be so jam-packed with secrets that I had to go live and tell them. But nothing else, Doug. Except that even the casual Wolverine fan is going to want to buy a box because it's so loaded. But that was the line. That is where I stopped. There was no other mention of a working Comic-Con for me at all. None of that happened. So yeah, pretty stoked. Oh, it is, Doug. I told him, I was like, so here's exactly what I told him, Doug. And you can confirm or deny this. You can either call me out or you can agree. I had it built one way, and did you not step in and go, no, make it bigger? And that's exactly what happened. Doug and Trevor said, no, bigger. And it's bigger. It is bigger and it is better and it is just redonkulous. So when you start seeing the absolute craziness, be sure to thank Doug, Trevor, and Lee. And then chastise me going, wait, DC, this isn't what you were going to do? How dare you? I'll own it. I'll own it. Yeah, it's not an exaggeration. We had that conversation. I thought my work was done. They looked at the list and they were like, no, bigger. And I was like, I mean, how big do you want it? Like bigger. Okay. So I was like, here is an absurd new list. They're like, that's what we want. And I was like, okay, that's what we get. Any chance of Batman, dude? We're open to everything. We're kind of like 7-Eleven. We may not always be doing business, but we are always open. I gotta have more cowbell. I've got a fever, and the only prescription is more cowbell. Yeah, Batman is definitely up there. There's, I mean, all the big ones are up there. Yeah, we've definitely started doing that. She's like, that's what she said. That's what she said. So, yeah, it's good. Oh, speaking of Creepa, you will never guess what I made 2 days. Excuse me, 2 days ago. Michael Olson, producer of all the Batman movies. Wouldn't it be cool if we could get our hands on an autograph from all of the Batmans except for Robert Pattinson? So, Sean, I made Ghost Honey. Let me tell you exactly how I did it. I took a pound of clover honey, locally sourced clover honey. I took two ghost peppers, one large one and one medium sized one, chopped them up, put them in the honey, pasteurized it 180 degrees for 10 minutes in a double boiler, and then strained it. It is this beautiful, like 300 to 350 to 500,000 Scoville honey. That is the super sweet clover honey up front and this nice little kick in the mouth at the end to the tune of just shy of maybe 500,000 Scovilles, we estimate. We were drizzling it on Ritz crackers at work, and then it was like, this has got to go in barbecue sauce. I need to make a ghost pepper barbecue, honey barbecue. And then it turned into, my goodness, what about a mustard dip for pretzels? Oh, forget it. It started everybody's creative juices flowing. Oh, hey, Mel. Hello, James. Mel almost died eating it. Yeah, I slept on the couch. I told her it wasn't that bad because I was eating it. And I was like, oh, it's not bad. And she like ate it and she's like, I hate you and I want you to die. And I was like, wow, that is some strong stuff. She was like, I mean all of it. Make this go away. So I slept on the couch. Yeah. I overestimated her ability to take the heat. You know, being Puerto Rican and all, you'd think she's good with hot stuff. She wasn't. I made up for it. I did the dishes. Oh, Trinidad scorpions are like one of the top 5 hottest peppers. Number 1 unofficially is Pepper X. Um, then there's the Trinidad scorpions. Then there's the 7, what is it, 7, whatever it's called. I can't remember what they're called. I had a list of them the other day because we were looking at what's the hottest thing we can get our hands on. Seven pot, thank you. My nose is starting to run a little bit from the ghost pepper I'm drinking. Come here. Come here, you. Come here. All right, here we go. Nope, that's not the one I wanted either. Okay. Summer. There we go. Nope, that's not it. By the way, pure capsaicin, if you were to get pure capsaicin, which is not easy to do, it's basically a controlled substance with how hot it is. Pure capsaicin is 15 million Scovilles. To know that Pepper X is an estimated 3 million Scovilles, do the math. Scotch bonnets are up there. The Trinidad scorpions are high on the list. Ah, that's what I wanted. The Carolina Reaper. Seven pot Dodlan. Douala. Dragon's Breath from the United Kingdom. 2.4 million Scovilles. The Komodo Dragon from the United Kingdom. 2 million Scovilles. Yeah. Considering a ghost pepper is about a million two, yeah, those other ones are hot. Yeah, so supposedly the guy who bred the Carolina Reaper originally is the one that created Pepper X, which is supposed to be over 3 million Scovilles. It's not official because Guinness has not tested it yet, but if it's true, it'll be the hottest pepper in the history of peppers known to man at over 3 million Scovilles. And it is still only 1/5 as hot as pure capsaicin. James likes kindergarten. He's got a lot of people that think he's cool. He's been rocking a mohawk. Um, so yeah, he's good. He's doing good. He's smart. The teacher's like, "Hey, your kid's smart." I was like, "I must get it from his mom." Gets that from his mother. Like he's a good student. I'm like, definitely gets it from his mother. I was like, if at any time he just stands up, gets up, and walks out of school, then he'll be a lot like his father. But until then, he is good that he is like his mother when it comes to school. I was not an academic. I'm bright. I have an IIQ. Unfortunately, my high IQ makes me really bored in a classroom. So I just kind of went to school socially. Oh, look at all these pictures I can't show you. Hmm. Okay. What's going on, Detroit? Yeah, I've seen Hot Ones. Absolutely. I think everybody in the city of Buffalo has seen at least excerpts or full episodes of Hot Ones. For those who don't know what it is, Hot Ones is where they eat progressively hotter sauced wings and they ask the celebrities questions. And then they have one that's like a 2 million Scoville sauce at the end. That is like one of the hottest sauces that they can find. But Shaq has done it. Like everybody's done it. Gordon Ramsay's is extremely hilarious. Shaq's is funny. I think they did one with. Um, no, you're not, Don. You are definitely not dumb as a stump. I can tell you that factually and actually. Kevin, Kevin is such a baby. I don't think that was acting. I think Kevin really couldn't handle his stuff. I want to say Beyonce did it too at one point, but yeah, they get a lot of people in there. That is also true, Doug. In the winter, Buffalo, come for the wings. Stay because you cannot find your car in the snow. That's true. Or stay because your flight is canceled due to icing on the wings. That is also true. I have had many a flight delayed and or canceled due to Buffalo weather. It happens more than you'd think. Let me let me yawn on camera real quick. Oh, sweet baby Jesus. Oh, there it is. Um, but yeah, so I'm tired. That's the truth. Anybody see the Sports Illustrated Kids edition? They were doing the best friends edition of the magazine, and Josh Allen and Stefan Diggs are on the cover of Sports Illustrated Kids. It's Josh giving Diggs a piggyback ride. If you haven't seen it, you gotta watch it. I did not get a copy, but I could probably pick one up. Let's see if I can find it real quick. SI Kids. Hoping I don't regret that. There it is. Boop, boop. The BFF edition. Come on, phone. Work. Of course, it's not going to work. That would be too easy. The cover is great, though. It is. Nope, not the one I want. That's the one I want. Give me this. Nope. That also sucks. Anyway, I guess I'll show you a terrible version of it. So there they are, the BFFs. Getting a piggyback ride. Great, great cover. Yeah, so, Chef, that is correct. Here in Buffalo, we tend to separate the flats from the drumsticks. A real chef, somebody who actually went to school for it, will serve them as one piece. That is actually true. If you go anywhere that is not Buffalo, typically they're they're joined. Here we just sell flats, and yeah, 5 and 10. I do see it a lot that way. Um, a lot of times it's just size. They go by size. Oh yeah, the South absolutely. Yep. Um, the big difference here is I will bet you a Ferrari that our wings are bigger than yours. And I can say that confidently because the secret to buffalo wings being bigger than everybody else's is because we get something called jumbo wings. Jumbo wings, while available in most places, are not going to be the same size as the ones in Buffalo. The reason behind that is actually extremely sinister. Buffalo has a huge Tyson chicken plant that does mechanical separation of wings and distributes wings. And I spoke to somebody from Tyson, and this is 100% true. They told me the biggest wings are always separated and kept in Buffalo. The biggest of the biggest stay. They are available. You can buy them. You can buy jumbo wings elsewhere, but they are a small fortune in comparison to the price of regular wings. Jumbo wings are literally this big. Now, you guys know I have some pretty decent sized hands. Jumbo wings are about as tall as a can. Not exaggerating. That's about as big as a wing is going to be, and they're going to be about that thick. But at least Tyson, as a distributor, it's an unspoken rule that the biggest ones get bagged up and they stay local, and the rest of them are the ones that move out. And I wish I could have better. I wish I had a better source than I just knew a guy, but that is literally the conversation we had in a bar at 3 in the morning. And typically, conversations that happen at a bar at 3 in the morning are always true. I have some pictures. See if I can get them readily available on my phone of me holding up some wings. And people say that I'm just not. I can't be serious when I talk about these, or that I'm exaggerating, or that that's too stupid to be true. So then I just whip out the photos. And again, you guys have watched me for years now. You know how big my hands are. I mean, I'm not Andre the Giant, but I mean, that's a can, an average can. I've got a decent sized paw. Like not Josh Allen big. Um, but let me show you a nice comparison here. That's an average flat. And now I have one next to a can. I got to find that photo because that was actually a different. Uh, I went to Bar Bill, and locals know what Bar Bill is. Bar Bill is the best wings in town. Forget about Duff's. Forget about the Anchor Bar who invented them. The real Buffalonians who want real good wings, they typically will go to Bar Bill, which is in East Aurora. And maybe I don't have it. Is there one on Insta? Mrs. the Breaker? Are you saying that because you posted it? Are you just trying to get me to send people to your Instagram? Are you trying to get free likes out of me? Never. Oh man, listen. Barbill, I've never. Yeah, if you had a bad time at Barbill, something was wrong. Because that doesn't happen. I've never been to Barbill and been upset with how good the wings were. Here we go. Now, I'm not doing forced perspective. You have to take my word for it. You can kind of tell by the shadow on the can. That is a wing that is about the third of a size of a can of sparkling water. That is not forced perspective. And that's, again, that's a flat, not a drumstick, which are bigger. See, man, I have given Duff's so many chances, and every time Duff's has disappointed me. I go to Anchor Bar because I've been disappointed with Duff's. I go to Barbill because every time I've been there, it's been great. Barbill's to me has always been good. I will tell you, there's a place called Lenova. The Lenova's original recipe barbecue. It's almost purple. The sauce is like almost purple. That's my favorite barbecue wing in town. My favorite smoked wing is from a place called DBGB's, which is a bar on Allen Street. But my overall best wing is definitely Barbill, the original Barbill. Every time I've gone to Duff's, either the service has blown or I was unimpressed with the size of their wings. I'm just being honest. I mean, if somebody from Duff's wants to get a hold of me, DM me and say, come back and change, we'll change your mind. By all means, I'm not going to say no to it, but I'll be skeptical. Yeah, the new bar bill is not as good as the old bar bill, in my opinion. I've been to both. Yeah, Benj,